have a few things I'd like to say. First of all, our performing arts program here is really unique. It's we first have about 20% of the student body involved in this production, whether it's on stage as an actor or whether it's backstage as a crew. And that's really unique in a school of only 340. Also, we have a no-cut policy, which means everyone who auditions is cast. And I don't know of any other school who has that policy. So that kind of makes our program really, really special. So everyone you see up here tonight, they've been through it the whole time. I'm going to finish up, if I could actually have everyone's attention, because I'm going to do a little prayer. Oh, wait. I looked up a Hebrew prayer, and I had a student help me. And I'm going to read it, and then I'll read you the translation. And excuse me, I don't speak Hebrew, so I'm going to do my best. Baruch atah Adonai, borei halaz, alha bima. And it means, blessed are you, Lord, maker of the heart of the stage. Or, blessed are you, O Lord, creator of the play. So I leave that with you tonight while we begin Fiddler on the Roof. Thank you very much.
Fiddler on the Roof. Sounds crazy, no? But here in our little village of Anatevka, you might say every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, why do we stay up here if it's so dangerous? Well, we stay here because Anatevka is our home. And how do we keep our balance? Well, that I can tell you in one word. Tradition! 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 Because of our traditions, we have kept our balance for many, many years. Here in Anatevka, we have our traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to wear clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered and always wear our little prayer shawls. This shows our constant devotion to God. You may ask, how did this tradition start? I'll tell ya. I don't know. But it's a tradition. And because of our tradition, every one of us knows who he is and what God expects him to do.
Who day and night must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children, say his daily prayers, and who has the right as master of the house to have the final word at home? The Papa, tradition, the Papa.
Must raise a family and run the home, so Papa's free to read the holy book. The mama, tradition. The mama, tradition.
At 3 I started Hebrew school, at 10 I learned a trade. I hear they picked a bride for me, I hope she's pretty. The song tradition.
Besides the songs, tradition.
And who does Mama teach to mend and tend and fix? Preparing me to marry whoever Papa picks. The daughters, tradition.
The daughters, tradition. Day and night must struggle for a living, till by the shield and
And in the little circle of our village, we've always had our many special types. For instance, Yenta, the matchmaker.
Havram, I have a perfect match for your son, a wonderful girl.
Who is it?
Rachel, the shoemaker's daughter.
Rachel, but she can barely see. She's practically blind.
Tell the truth, Avram. Is your son so much to look at? With the way she sees and the way he looks, it's a perfect match.
And Reb Nachum, the beggar.
Here, Reb Nachum, is 1 kopek.
1 kopek? But last week you gave me 2 kopek.
I had a bad week.
So, if you had a bad week, why should I suffer?
And most important, our beloved rabbi.
Rabbi, can I ask you a question?
Certainly, my son.
Is there a proper blessing for the Tsar?
A blessing for the Tsar, of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar far away from us.
And then there are others in our village. They make a much bigger circle. His Honor the Constable, His Honor the Priest, His Honor many, many others. We don't bother them, and so far they don't bother us. Among ourselves we get along perfectly well, of course. There was this time when he sold him a horse, but he delivered a mule. But that's all settled. Now we all live in simple peace and harmony.
It was a horse!
It was a mule! It was a horse! It was a mule! It was a horse! It was a horse! It was a traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
Mama, where should I put this? On my head. By the stove, foolish girl. Where is Hava?
She's in the barn milking. Mama, when will Papa be home?
It's almost Sabbath, and he worries a lot when he'll be home. All day long, riding on top of his wagon, like a prince. Mama, you know Papa works hard. His horse works harder, and you don't have to defend your Papa to me. I know him longer than you. He could drive a person crazy. He should only live and be well. Sprinza, bring me some more potatoes.
Yes, Mama.
Hava, have you finished milking?
Yes, Mama.
You were reading again? Why must the girl have to read? Will it get her a better husband? Here.
Mama, Yas is coming. She She's down the road. Maybe she's finally found a good match for you, Zaitzel.
From your mouth to God's ears. Why does she have to come now? It's almost Sabbath. Finish in the barn. I want to talk to Yenta alone.
Mama, can I go out and play?
You have feet. Go.
Can I go too?
Go to. But Mama, the men she finds. The last one was so old. He was bald. He had no hair. A poor girl without a dowry can't be so particular. You want hair? Marry a monkey. But Mama, I'm not yet 20 years old. Shut up. Do you have to boast about your age? Do you want to tempt the evil eye? Inside.
Golda, darling, I had to see you because I have such news for you. And not just every day in the week news, once in a lifetime news. So where are your daughters? Outside? No? Good. Such diamonds, such jewels. You'll see, Golda, I'll find every one of them a husband. Meanwhile, you shouldn't be so picky. Even the worst husband, God forbid, is better than no husband. God forbid. And who should know better than me? Ever since my poor Aaron died, I've been a poor widow. Alone. Nobody to talk to. Nothing to say to anyone. It's no life. All I do at night is think of him, and even thinking of him gives me no pleasure because you know as well as I, he was not much of a person. Never made a living. Everything he touched turned to mud, but better than nothing. So
Good evening. Is Seidel in the house?
But she's inside. You can come back later.
There's something I'd like to talk to her about.
Later. Oh, Mottel, I thought I heard you. Finish what you were doing. I said later.
All right.
What does the poor little tailor Mottel want with Seidel?
They've been friends since they were babies together. They talk, they play.
Oh, they play? What do they play?
Who knows? They're children.
Ah, from such children come other children.
Mottel, he's a nothing. Yenta, you said.
Ah, children. They are all blessing in your old age. But my poor Aaron couldn't give me children. Believe me, he was as good as gold, never raised his voice to me. But otherwise was not much of a man. So what good is it if he never raised his voice? But what's the use complaining? All the women enjoy complaining, but not Yenta. Not every woman in the world is a Yenta. So goodbye, Gold. I must go prepare my poor Sabbath table.
Yenta, you said you had news for me.
Oh, I'm losing my head. One day it'll fall off altogether. A horse will kick it in the mud, and goodbye, Yenta. The news, of course, it's about Lazar Wolf the Butcher. A good man, a fine man. And I don't have to tell you he's well off. But he's a lonely man, the poor man. You understand? Of course you do. To make it short, out of the whole town, he's cast his eye on Seidel.
My Seidel?
No, the Tsar Seidel. Of course your Seidel.
Such a match for my Seidel. But Tevye wants a learned man. He doesn't like Lazar.
Listen to me, Golda. Send Tevye to him. Don't tell him what it's about. Let Lazar discuss it himself. He's a good man, a wealthy man, true? So you'll tell me how it went, and you don't have to thank me, Golda, because aside from my fee, which Lazar will pay, it brings me satisfaction to help people, and what better satisfaction is there? So goodbye, Golda, and you're welcome, even though I could die at any moment and you did not invite me to your Sabbath table. I'm so old I could get lost on my way.
What did she want, Mama? When I want you to know, I'll tell you. Finish washing the floor.
I wonder if Yenta found a husband for you.
I'm not anxious for Yenta to find me a husband.
Not unless it's Mottel the tailor.
I didn't ask you.
Seidel, you're the oldest. They have to make a match for you before they can make one for me. And then after her, one for me. So if Yenta brings you...
Yenta.
Well, somebody has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide these things for themselves. And she might bring someone wonderful. Someone interesting.
And well off.
And important. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. For Papa, make him a scholar. For Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark
Hava, I thought you only had your eyes on your book. And you have your eye on the rabbi's son.
Well, why not? We only have one rabbi. He only has one son. Why shouldn't I want the best?
Because you're a girl from a poor family, so whatever Yenta brings you'll take, right? Of course, right. Hava! Oh, Hava! Have I got a match for you? He's handsome! He's young! Alright, he's 62, but he's a nice man, a good cat. True? True. I promise you'll be happy, and even if you're not, there's more to life than that. Don't ask me what. Hava! I found him! And he's a lucky bride. He's handsome! He's tall! That is, from side to side, but he's a nice man. Good cat! True? True. You heard he has a temper. He'll beat you every night, but only when he's sober. So you're alright. Did you think you'd get a prince? Well, I do the best I can. With no dowry, no money, no family background. Big lad, you've got a man.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, you know that I'm still very young. Please take your time. Up to this minute, I misunderstood that I could get stuck for good. Dear Yetta, see that he's gentle. Remember, you were also a friend. It's not that I'm sentimental. It's just that I'm terrified. Matchmaker, matchmaker, plan me no plans. I'm in no rush. Maybe I've learned playing with matches. A girl can get burned. So bring me no ring, groom me no groom, find me no fine, catch me no cash, unless he's a matchless man.
Oh. Dear God, did you have to make my horse lose his shoe just before the Sabbath? That wasn't very nice. It's enough you pick on me. Tevye, bless him with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. What have you got against my horse? You know, sometimes I think when it's too quiet up there, you say to yourself, what kind of mischief can we plan, my friend Tevye, today?
Ah, you're finally here, my breadwinner.
I'll talk to you later.
Where's your horse?
He was invited to the blacksmith for the Sabbath.
Well, hurry up. The son won't wait for you. I have something to tell you.
As the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us a cure. We got the sickness already. Ollie, I'm not really complaining. After all, with your help, I'm starving to death. You made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, that it's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were rich, diddle deedle diddle dugga dugga deedle diddle down. All day long I pity pity bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle deedle diddle dugga dugga deedle diddle down. If I were a pity pity rich, dugga dugga deedle diddle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen, right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each loud quack would land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say here lives a wealthy man. If I were rich, diddle-diddle-diddle-dugga-dugga-diddle-diddle-down, all day long I biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-diddle-diddle-dugga-dugga-diddle-diddle-down. If I were a bitty-bitty rich, dugga-dugga-diddle-diddle man, I see my wife, my Golda, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to our heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in! Screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town will come to fawn on me. They will ask me to advise them, like a Solomon the Wise. If you please, Reptavia, pardon me, Reptavia, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes. Ba-ba-bye, bye, ba-ba-bye, bye, ba-ba-bye. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, sure, wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decree I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast, eternal plan if I were a wealthy man? Hey!
There he is! Reptavia, you forgot my order for the Sabbath.
Sorry, Reb Mordecai, I had a little accident with my horse.
Tevye, you forgot the rabbi's order.
I know, Reb Mendel.
Tevye, you forgot my order for the Sabbath.
This is bigger news than the plague in Odessa.
Talking about news. Terrible news in the outside world. It's just terrible.
What is it? What does it say?
In a village called Ojeka, all the Jews were evicted, forced to leave their homes. For what reason? It doesn't say. Maybe the Tsar wanted their land. Maybe a plague.
May the Tsar have his own personal plague. Amen.
Why don't you ever bring us some good news? It was an edict from the authorities. I only read it.
May the authorities start itching in places they can't reach. Amen.
Why do you curse them? What good does your cursing do? You sit around and you curse and you chatter and you don't do anything. You'll all chatter your way into the grave.
Excuse me, you're not from this village?
No.
And where are you from?
Kiev. I was a student at the university there.
The university. Is that where you learn to disrespect your elders?
That is where I learned that there is more to life than talk. You should know what's going on in the outside world.
Why should I break my head about the outside world? Let them break their own heads.
Oh, he's right. As the good book says, if you spit in the air, it lands on your face.
That's nonsense. You can't close your eyes to what's happening in the world.
He's right.
He's right. And he's right. How can they both be right?
You know, you're also right.
He's right. He's still wet behind the ears. Good Sabbath, Tevye.
Good Sabbath, Tevye.
Good Sabbath. Good Sabbath.
Tevye, the rabbi's order, my cheese.
Oh, of course. So you're from Kiev, Reb?
Perchik.
Ah, Perchik. So you're a newcomer here. As Abraham said, I am a stranger in a strange land.
Moses said that?
Ah, forgive me. As King David put it, I am slow of speech and slow of tongue.
That was also Moses?
Ah, for a man with a slow tongue, he talked a lot.
And my cheese?
Oh. Here, have a piece.
I have no money, and I'm not a beggar.
Here, it's a blessing for me to give.
Very well. For your sake.
Oh. You know it's no crime to be poor.
In this world, it is the rich who are the criminals. Someday their wealth will be ours.
Ah, that would be nice. If they would agree, I would agree.
And who will make this miracle come to pass?
People, ordinary people.
Like you?
Like me.
Nonsense.
And until your golden day comes, Reb Perchik, how do you live?
By giving lessons to children. Do you have children?
I have 5 daughters.
5?
Daughters.
Girls should learn too. Girls are people.
Ha! A radical.
I would teach them many things. Open their minds to great thoughts.
What great thoughts?
Well, the Bible has many lessons for our times.
I'm a poor man. Food for lessons? Good. Please join us for the Sabbath, Reb Perchik. Of course, we don't eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, if you feed a poor man a chicken, one of them is sick.
Where in the book does it say that?
Well, it doesn't say that exactly, but someplace it has something about a chicken. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath. Good Sabbath, children.
Good Sabbath, Papa.
Children, this is Perchik. Perchik, this is my eldest daughter.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
You have a pleasant daughter.
I have 5 pleasant daughters. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. This is this is Model Kamzoil. He is
You did me a favor and came in.
this is also mine. Golda, this is Perchik. He's from Kiev. He'll be joining us for the Sabbath. Well, he's the teacher. Would you like to take lessons from him?
I was marvelous.
I am a good teacher. A very good teacher.
I heard once the rabbi who must praise himself was a congregation of 1.
No, I'm just reassuring.
Your daughter has a quick and witty tongue.
Ah, the wit she gets from me. As the good book says.
The good book can wait. Get washed.
The tongue she gets from her mother.
Motzel, you're also eating with us? Of course, another lesson. Saitel, 2 more. Printa, Bilka, get washed.
Yes, Mama.
Motzel can help. All right. How about you go too? You can get washed outside at the well. Tevye, I have something to tell you.
Why should today be any different?
Tevye,
Shh, I'm praying.
Lazar Wolf wants to see you.
The butcher? About what?
I don't know, only that he says it's important.
What can be so important? I have nothing for him to slaughter.
After the Sabbath, see him and talk to him.
Talk to him about what? If he's thinking about my new milk cow, he can forget it.
Tevye, don't be an ox. A man sends an important message. At least you can talk to him.
Talk to him about what? He wants my new milk cow.
Talk to him!
All right, after the Sabbath.
Motzel, Yenta was here.
I saw her.
If they agree on someone, there'll be a match and it'll be too late for us.
Now don't worry, Seidel. I found someone who'll sell me his used sewing machine, so in a few weeks when I've saved up enough, I can buy it and your father will be impressed with me.
Motzel, a few weeks may be too late.
But what else can we do?
You can ask for my hand from my father tonight, now.
But why should he consider me now? I'm just a poor tailor.
Motzel, I'm only the daughter of a poor milkman. Just talk to him.
Seidel, if your father says no, that's it. That's final. He'll yell at me.
Motzel.
I'm just a poor tailor.
Mottle, even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness.
That's true.
So, will you talk to him? Please, Mottle, for me, will you talk to him?
All right, I'll talk to him.
Where is everybody? Late.
Reptevia?
Come, children, we're lighting the candles.
Reptevia?
What is it? What is it?
Good Sabbath, Reptevia.
Good Sabbath, children, come.
May the Lord protect and defend you. May He always shield you from shame. May you come to be in Israel a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Strengthen them, O Lord, and keep them from the stranger's way. May God bless you and grant you long life. May God make you good mothers and wives, and you husbands who will care for you. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord preserve you from pain. Favor them, O Lord, with happiness and peace. Oh, hear our Sabbath prayer.
Reb Mordka,
Yes, Lazar Wolf?
please bring me a bottle of your best brandy and 2 glasses.
Your best brandy, Blazar? What's the occasion? Are you getting ready for a party?
There might be a party, maybe even a wedding.
A wedding? Wonderful! And I'll be happy to make the wedding merry, lead the dancing and so forth. For a little fee, naturally.
Naturally, a wedding is no wedding without you and your fee.
Good evening, innkeeper.
Good evening.
We'd like a drink.
Please, sit down. What can I get for you, gentlemen? Vodka? Schnapps?
Vodka.
Right away.
Good evening!
Good evening, Tevye!
What are you doing here so early? He wants to buy my new milk cow. Good evening, Reb Lazar. Ah, Tevye, come, sit down, have a drink. I won't insult you by saying no. Chaim. So how goes it with you, Tevye?
How should it go?
You're right.
And you?
Ah, the same.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So I suppose you know I wanted to see you.
Yes, Reb Lazar, but there's no use talking about it.
Why not?
Why, yes, why should I get rid of her?
Well, you have a few more without her.
I see.
Today you may want one, tomorrow you may want two.
Two? What would I do with two?
The same as you do with one.
Tevya, this is very important to me.
Why is it so important to you?
Frankly, it's because I'm lonesome.
Lonesome? What are you talking about?
You don't know?
We're talking about my new milk cow, the one you want to buy from me. What's so funny?
I was talking about your daughter Zaito.
My daughter Saito?
Of course, your daughter Zaito. I see her in my butcher shop every Thursday. She's made a good impression on me, and I like her. As for me, Tevya, you know I'm pretty well off. I have my own house, a good store, a servant. Tevya, why do we have to try and impress each other? Let's shake hands on it and call it a match. And you won't need a dowry for her. Maybe you'll find something in your own purse, too.
Shame on you, shame! What do you mean, my purse? My Saito's not the sort I would sell for money!
All right, just as you say. We won't talk about money. The main thing is, let's agree on it. And I'll be good to her, Tevya. I like her. What do you think?
What do I think? What do I think? I never liked him. Why should I? You know, you can have a fine conversation with the guy if you want to talk about livers or kidneys. On the other hand, not everyone has to be a scholar. If you're wealthy enough, no one will call you stupid. And with the butcher, my daughter will surely never know hunger. Of course, he has a problem. He is much older than she is. That's her problem. But she is much younger than he is. That's his problem. I always thought of him as a butcher, but I guess I misjudged him. He's a good man. He likes her. He will try to make her happy. So what do I think? It's a match!
You agree?
I agree.
Oh, Tevya, that's wonderful. Let's drink on it.
Do you?
No, my friend, to you.
To the both of us.
To our agreement.
To our agreement. To our prosperity. To good health and happiness. But most important, to life. To life. L'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim, to life. Here's to the father I try to be.
Here's to my bride to be.
Drink l'chaim, to life, l'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim, to life. Life has a way of confusing us,
blessing and bruising us.
Drink l'chaim to life. God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts lie panting on the floor.
How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for?
To life, l'chaim. To sight of my daughter, my wife.
Just something to think about.
Oh, something to drink about. Drink l'chaim to life.
Ramorka!
Yes, Lazar Wolf?
Drink for everybody!
Hey! What's the occasion?
I'm taking myself a bride!
Who is it?
Tevya's eldest, Saito!
Mazel tov! Lazar Wolf to Tevya.
To Saito, your daughter.
My wife!
May all your futures be pleasant ones, not like our present ones. Drink l'chaim to life, tonight, l'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim to life. It takes a wedding to make us say, let's live another day. Drink l'chaim to life. Raise a glass and take a drop of schnapps in honor of the great good luck that favored you. We know that when good fortune favors to such men as steps we deserve it too. To us and our good fortune, be happy, be healthy, all right! And if our good fortunes ever come, here's to whatever comes. Drink l'chaim to life! Shostarovia, heaven bless you both, Nastrovia, to your health, and may we live together in peace. Vash, Shostarovia, heaven bless you both, Nastrovia, to our health, and may we live together in peace. May you both be favored with the future of your choice. May you live to see 1,000 reasons to rejoice.
What are you doing? Shh! I'm dancing.
Tevye, after the marriage, we will be related. You will be my papa.
You know, Blazer, I always wanted a son, but one a little younger than myself. Good night, good night, good night.
Good evening.
Good evening, Constable.
What's the celebration?
Tevye is marrying off his oldest daughter.
Oh, may I offer my congratulations, Tevye?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Tevye, I have a piece of news that I think I should give you. As a friend.
Yes, what news?
And I'm giving you this news because I like you. You are a decent, honest person, even though you are a Jewish dog.
Thank you, Your Honor. Often does a man get a compliment like that? And the news?
We have received orders that sometime soon this district is to have a little unofficial demonstration.
A pogrom here?
No. Just a little unofficial demonstration.
Well, how little?
Not too serious. Just some mischief. In case an inspector comes through, he will see that we have done our duty. Personally, I don't know why there has to be this trouble between people, but I thought I should tell you, and you can tell the others.
Thank you, Your Honor. You're a good man. And if I may say so, it's too bad you're not a Jew.
That's what I like about you, Tevye. Always joking. And congratulations again for your daughter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. Dear God, did you have to send me news like that? Today of all days! I know that we are the chosen people, but once in a while, couldn't you choose somebody else? Anyway, thank you for sending a husband for my daughter, Saito. L'chaim.
And so you see, the Bible teaches you can never trust an employer.
Papa isn't up yet? Then enough lessons. We have to do Papa's work today. How long can he sleep? He staggered home last night and fell into bed like a dead man. I couldn't get a word out of him. Enough for today, and go clean the barn. Call me when Papa gets up.
Dude, the first night, I was just taking me so long to like walk away.
That was a very interesting lesson, Purchase.
Do you think so?
Although I don't know if the rabbi would agree with your interpretation. My little sisters have big tongues.
You're the shoemaker's son? Or the tinsmith's son?
At least I know that he does not have any strange ideas about turning the world upside down.
Certainly, any new idea would be foreign to you. Remember, the Lord said, let there be light.
Yes, but he was not talking to you personally.
You have wit, even a little intelligence.
Thank you.
But what good is your brain? Without curiosity, it is a rusty tool. Good day, Hollow.
We have an old custom here. A boy acts respectfully to a girl. But of course, that is too traditional for an advanced thinker like you.
Our traditions, nothing must change. Everything is perfect exactly the way it is.
We like our ways.
Our ways are changing all over but here. Here, men study, women work in the kitchen, boys and girls must not touch, must not even look at each other.
I am looking at you.
You are very brave. Did you know that in the city, boys and girls can be affectionate without permission of a matchmaker? They can hold hands together. They can even dance together. New dances, like this. Do you like it?
It's very nice.
There. We've just changed an old custom.
Yes, well, thank you. Good day.
Good day.
What's your name?
Seidel, Papa.
Where's Seidel?
She's in the barn.
We'll call her out. Ah, Perchik, how did the lesson go today?
I think we made a good beginning.
Ah, that's good.
Ah, she's finally up. So what happened last night besides you drinking like a peasant? Did you see Lazar Wolf? What did he say? What did you say? Do we have news?
Patience, woman. As the good book says, good news will stay and bad news will refuse to leave. And there's another saying that goes...
You can die from such a man.
Oh, Saito, my love, come here. You are to be congratulated. You are to be married.
Married? What do you mean, Papa?
Lazar Wolf has asked for your hand.
I knew it. The butcher? My heart told me this was going to be our lucky day. Oh, dear God, I thank thee. I thank thee.
Well, what do you have to say, Saito?
What can she say? My firstborn, a bride. May you grow old with him in fortune and in honor. Not like Lumacera, that first wife of his. She was an old and bitter woman. May she rest in peace. Not like my Saito. And now I must thank Yenta, my Saito, a bride.
Mazel tov, Saito. Mazel tov.
Hey, you call that a mazel tov? And you, Rev Perchik, aren't you going to congratulate her?
Congratulations, Idol, for getting a rich man.
Again with the rich. What's wrong with being rich?
It's no reason to marry. Money is the world's curse.
Oh, and may the Lord smite me with it, and may I never recover. Seidel knows I only mean her welfare. Am I right, Seidel?
Yes, Papa.
You see?
I see. I see very well.
Well, Seidel, my lamb, why are you so silent? You should be happy with this blessing.
Oh, Papa! Papa!
What is it? Tell me.
Papa, I can't marry him. I can't marry her. I just can't.
What do you mean you can't? If I say you will, you will.
Papa, if it's a matter of money, I'll do anything. I'll hire myself out as a servant. I'll dig ditches, I'll haul rocks. Please, Papa.
What's wrong with Lazar Wolf? He likes you.
Papa, I will be unhappy with him. All my life I will be unhappy. I'll dig ditches, I'll haul rocks.
But we made an agreement. With us, an agreement is an agreement.
Is that more important than I am, Papa? Papa, please don't force me. I will be unhappy all my days.
All right, I won't force you.
Oh, thank you, Papa.
It was not ordained that you should have all the comforts of life, or that your mother and I should have a little joy in our old age after all our hard work.
Rectavia!
Oh.
Rectavia!
Later, Model, later.
I would like to speak to you.
Not now, Model. I have problems.
I know. That's what I would like to speak to you about. I think I can help.
Certainly. Like a bandage can help a corpse. Goodbye, Model, goodbye.
Please listen to him, Papa.
All right, you have a tongue? Talk.
I hear you're arranging a match for Seidel.
Huh? He also has ears.
I have a match for Seidel.
What kind of a match?
A perfect fit.
A perfect fit.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
This match was made exactly to measure.
A perfect fit like a glove. Stop talking like a tailor and tell me who it is.
Please stop shouting at me.
All right. Who is it?
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 It's me. Myself.
Oh, himself. Either you're completely out of your mind or you're crazy. You must be crazy. What are you? Everything? The bridegroom, the matchmaker, the guest all rolled into one? I suppose you'll even perform the ceremony. It's crazy.
Please stop shouting at me, Reptevia. As for being my own matchmaker, I know it's a little unusual.
It's unusual? It's crazy.
Times are changing, Reptevia. The thing is, your daughter Seidel and I made a pledge more than a year ago that we would marry.
You gave each other a pledge?
Yes, Papa, we gave each other our pledge.
They gave each other a pledge. It's unheard of. Absurd. You gave each other a pledge. Unthinkable. Where do you think you are? In Moscow? In Paris? Where do they think they are? America? And what do you think you're doing? You stitcher, you nothing. Who do you think you are? King Solomon? This isn't the way it's done. Not here, not now. Some things I will not, I cannot allow. Tradition. Marriages must be arranged by the Papa. This should never be changed. One little time I pull out a prop, and where does it stop? Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Do I still have something to say about my daughter? Or doesn't anybody have to ask the father anymore?
I have one to ask you for some time, Reptevia, but first I wanted to save up for my own sewing machine.
Stop talking nonsense, you're just a poor tailor!
That might be true, Reptevia, but even a poor tailor is a town of some happiness!
Now I promise you, Reptevia, I will not let your daughter starve.
He's beginning to talk like a man. What kind of match would that be with the poor tailor? On the other hand, he's an honest, hard worker. But on the other hand, he has absolutely nothing. But on the other hand, things could not get worse for him. They can only get better. They gave each other a pledge, unheard of, absurd. He gave each other a pledge, unthinkable. But look at my daughter's face. She loves him, she wants him. Look at my daughter's eyes, so hopeful. Tradition. Very well, children. When shall we make the wedding?
Oh, thank you, Papa.
Reptevia, you won't be sorry.
I won't be sorry. I'm sorry already.
Oh, thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Papa.
Oh, thank you, Papa. They pledged their trust. Modern children. Golda. Golda! What will I do about Golda? Hell!
Mazel, you're wonderful.
I know. It was a miracle. It was a miracle.
Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, God took a Daniel once again, stood by his side and miracle of miracles, walked him through the lion's den. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, I was afraid that God would frown, but like he did so long ago in Jericho, God just made a wall fall down. When Moses softened Pharaoh's heart, that was a miracle. When God made the waters of the Red Sea part, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is that out of a worthless lump of clay, God has made a man today. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, I was afraid that God would frown, but like he did so long ago in Jericho, God just made a wall fall down. When David slew Goliath, yes, that was a miracle. When God gave us manna in the wilderness, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is the one I thought could never be. God has given you to me.
Laser Wolf's first wife, Bruma Sarah! She was just standing there a minute ago!
Bruma Sarah?
Oh!
Tevye, Bruma Sarah has been dead for years. You must have been dreaming. Tell me what you dreamt, and I'll tell you what it meant.
But it was terrible!
Tell me.
All right. But don't be frightened.
Tell me.
All right. This was my dream. In the beginning, we were having a celebration of some kind. Everyone we knew was there, musicians too. Suddenly, in the middle of the dream, in walks your grandmother Saito. May she rest in peace.
Grandmother Saito? How did she look?
Well, for a woman who's been dead for 30 years, she looked pretty good. Naturally, I went up to greet her. And she said to me,
a blessing on your head
Mazel tov, mazel tov,
to see your daughter wed,
mazel tov, mazel tov.
and such a son-in-law like no one ever saw, the tailor Mottle Camsoil.
Mottle?
A worthy boy is he,
Mazel tov, mazel tov,
of pious family.
mazel tov, mazel tov.
They named him after my dear Uncle Mordecai, the tailor Mottle Camsoil.
A tailor? She must have heard wrong. She meant a butcher.
you must have heard wrong, Grandma. There's no tailor. You mean a butcher, Grandma, but the name of Laser Wolf.
No! I mean the tailor, Tevye, my
tov, mazel tov.
In heaven it was made.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
A fine upstanding boy, a comfort and a joy. The tailor Mazel comes oil.
But we announced it already. We made a bargain with the butcher.
But we announced it, Grandma, to our neighbors. We made a bargain, Grandma, with the butcher Laser Wolf.
No, no, no! So you announce it, Tevye, that's your headache. But that's what Laser Wolf I say to you. Tevye, that's your headache too.
A blessing on your house, mazel tov, mazel tov. And that is such a spouse, mazel tov, mazel tov.
And such a son-in-law, like no one ever saw. The tailor Mazel comes oil.
It was the butcher.
The tailor Mazel comes oil.
It was Laser Wolf. The tailor Mazel comes oil.
Shop, shop.
Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? What woman is this?
My righteous anger shaken.
Could it be?
Yes, it could.
Why not?
Who could be mistaken?
It's the butcher's wife come from beyond the grave. It's the butcher's dear darling departed wife. Rumacera, 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 Rumacera.
What is this about your daughter marrying my husband?
Yes, her husband.
Would you do this to your friend and neighbor Rumacera?
Rumacera.
Have you no consideration for a woman's feelings?
Woman's feelings.
Handing over my belongings to a total stranger.
Total stranger.
How can you allow it? How can you let your daughter take my place, live in my house, carry my keys, and wear my clothes? Pearls, how?
How could you allow your daughter to take her place?
Pearls,
Keys.
pearls. Such a learned man is Tevye wouldn't let it happen. Tell me that it isn't true and then I wouldn't worry.
Wouldn't worry.
Say you didn't give your blessing to your daughter's marriage.
Daughter's marriage.
Let me tell you what would follow such a fatal wedding.
Fatal wedding.
If Saito marries Laser Wolf, I pity them both. She'll live with him 3 weeks, and when 3 weeks are up, I'll come to her by night. I'll take her by the throat, and this'll give her style, that'll give her style, this'll give her style. Oh! Here's my wedding present if she marries Laser Wolf.
It's an evil spirit! May it fall into the river. May it sink into the earth. Such a dark and horrible dream. And to think it was brought on by that butcher. If my grandmother Seidel, may she rest in peace, took the trouble to come here from the other world to tell us about the tailor, all we can say is that it's all for the best. And it couldn't possibly be any better. Amen.
Amen.
A blessing on my head, Mazel tov, Mazel tov. Like Rama Saito said, Mazel tov, Mazel tov. We'll have a son-in-law like no one ever saw. The tailor Mazel comes oil.
We haven't got the man
Mazel tov, Mazel tov.
we had when we began.
Mazel tov, Mazel tov.
But since your grandma came, she'll marry, what's his name?
The tailor Mazel comes oil. The tailor Mazel comes oil. The tailor Mazel comes oil. The tailor Mazel comes oil.
Oh, thank you.
Bagels! Mr. Bagels here!
Did you hear? Have you Seidel's wearing moss will not be the wolf.
Seidel's
Santo's marrying Motto, not Laser Wolf.
Sal's marrying Model?
Yes.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Terrible.
He's worthless. He's worthless.
Mazel tov! I always liked you.
Oh, he's nothing. He has no money compared to Laser Wolf. Taking shots like
What's
a
all the
champion.
excitement about?
Tevye Zyla's gonna marry.
I know, Laser Wolf, the butcher.
No, Model, the tailor.
Mottle?
Yeah.
That's... Oh my goodness, that's terrible. That's awful. That's the most awful thing I've ever heard. Oh, Mottle. Mazel tov, Model. Congratulations. Hey, you deserve it. You.
He's really that guy too. No, he's not. Just compared to Laser Wolf, I don't understand what's going on.
What's wrong with my boy Model? Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. Oh God. I have a chill down my spine.
Sal, do you have a wedding hat for me?
Laser Wolf ordered a hat, but it's not cheap.
If I got his bride, I can get his hat.
Then come on, though. Come.
Oh, Hava, could you watch over the shop for me? I'll be gone for only a few minutes.
Of course.
Thank you, Hava.
Come on, though. I'll show you.
Mazel tov, Hava. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov, Hava. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Please, may I pass?
Why? We're congratulating you.
Why? What's wrong with you? Just stop.
Now listen here, Pieka.
Goodbye, Sasha.
I said goodbye. I'm sorry about that. They mean no harm.
Don't they? Is there something you want?
Yes, I'd like to talk to you.
I'd rather not.
I've often noticed you at the booksellers. Not many girls in this village like to read. Would you like to borrow this book? Very good.
No, thank you.
Why? Because I'm not Jewish? Do you feel about us the way they feel about you? I didn't think you would.
And what do you know about me?
Let me tell you about myself. I'm a pleasant fellow. Charming. Honest. Ambitious. Quite bright. And very modest.
I don't think we should be talking this way.
I often do things I shouldn't. Go ahead. Take the book. It's by Heinrich Heine. Happens to be Jewish, I believe.
That doesn't matter.
You're quite right. Good. And after you return it, I'll ask you how you like it. We'll talk about it for a while. And we'll talk about life, how we feel about things. And it can all turn out quite pleasant.
Javierka! Is there anything I can do for you?
No, thank you.
Oh, you forgot your book.
No. It's mine.
Oh. Well, thank you, Hava.
Good day. Good day, Fiedka.
Is this the little girl I carried? Is this the little boy at play?
I don't remember growing older. When did they?
When did she get to be a beauty? When did he grow to be so tall?
Wasn't it yesterday when they were small?
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly flow the day. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze.
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears.
What words of wisdom can I give them? How can I help to ease their way?
Now they must learn from one another, day by day.
They look so natural together.
Just like two newlyweds should be.
pass the chairs, please.
Thank you.
Oh, Rabbi, it's good to see you. Here, we'll get a special seat set up for you. Very good. Congratulations, Saito. Is everyone okay? Is everyone okay? Good. Oh, the seats then. Congratulations. Don't have all day. Everyone, shh, everyone. My friends, we are gathered here today to share in the joy of the newlyweds, Mato and Saito. May they live together in peace to a ripe old age. Amen. Amen. And here sits our beloved Rabbi. May he be with us for many, many years.
Amen.
Amen. I would like to announce that the bride's parents are giving the newlyweds the following. A new feather bed.
Ooh, feather bed. I like feathers.
A pair of goose pillows.
Good pillow.
Goose pillows. And this lovely pair of candlesticks, handcrafted, very nice indeed. However, let us not, in our joy tonight, forget those who are no longer with us, our dearly departed, who lived in pain, in poverty, in hardship. Oh, and those who died in pain, and poverty, and hardship. But enough tears. Let us be joyous and content, like our good friend here, Lazar Wolf. Lazar Wolf, who has everything in the world except a bride. Now, everyone, Lazar has no ill feelings. In fact, he has a gift he'd like to present the newlyweds himself. Wouldn't you, Lazar? Come on up here, please.
Like he said, I have no ill feelings. What's done is done. I'm giving the newlyweds 5 chickens, one for each of the first 5 Sabbaths of their wedded lives.
Oh, thank you, Reb Lazar. You're a decent man. In the name of my daughter and her new husband, I accept your gift. There's an old saying that goes...
Tevye, I'm not marrying your daughter. I do not have to listen to your sayings.
If you'd only listen for a second, I was only going to say...
Why should I listen to you? A man who breaks an agreement?
Not now, Lazar, in the middle of a wedding.
I have the right to talk.
What right? This isn't your wedding.
It should have been!
Reb Lazar, don't shame Reb Tevye in the middle of a wedding.
But he shamed me in front of the whole village!
Calm down. Let the rabbi speak. Let the rabbi speak.
I say. Let's sit down.
Thank you. We all heard the wise words of the rabbi.
Now, I would just like to sing a little song that I feel...
You can keep your deceased chickens!
Leave our chickens out of this! We made an agreement!
Chicken call! Why are you doing that? Right on it!
My own grandmother came to us from the grave. What sign? What grandmother? My grandfather came to me from the grave and said your grandmother was a big liar.
We made an agreement. You do this. Why are you doing this? We made an agreement. You agreed to because of the
What's all the screaming about? They drank on it. It's an agreement, a sign. It's all nonsense. Saito wanted to marry Mato, not Lazar.
A young girl decides for herself?
Why not? They love each other.
Love? It's terrible.
He's a radical.
What happens to the matchmaker?
Nothing happens to the matchmaker. I know how to handle this rabbi. Another word from the rabbi, please.
One more time to marry her.
I say.
I know, let's sit down.
Musicians, play. A dance. Woohoo! Come on, everyone! Let's dance! Come on, let's everyone fun! Whee! It's a wedding.
Some wedding.
What's he doing?
Perching.
Who will dance with me?
That's a sin.
It's no sin to dance at a wedding.
But with a girl?
That's what comes from bringing a wild man into your house.
He's not a wild man. His ideas are just a little different, but it's a sin.
It's no sin. Ask the rabbi. Ask him.
Dancing, well, it's not exactly forbidden.
See, it's not exactly forbidden.
And it's no sin.
Yeah.
Now will someone dance with me? Huddle.
Huddle!
It's only a dance, Mama.
Play.
Why didn't you say that? What were you doing? You were sitting right there.
I see we came at a bad time. Tevye, I'm sorry, but the orders are for tonight. For the whole village.
What?
Go on, play. All right, men! All right, enough! I am genuinely sorry. You understand.
Of course.
Come.
Why is everyone just standing there? Come on, clean up, clean up.
Bring him to the house.